Hello and welcome to my lair. I was trying to be cool with a fluffy cat and he hates me. So. Hi guys, welcome back to wait. That's better. If you've seen the title of this video, you probably know what it's about, but basically I'm gonna make a comic in 5 hours, and this is an idea that Xanthe, I hope I'm saying your name right, I'll link her channel down below and her challenge, and she made this up and it was amazing. I was like, how have you done this? You have to do the concept, the story, and all the line work, the character creations, everything in 5 hours. So I thought what I would do is mix it up a little bit, and to help me or hinder me, we'll see, is to look up some drawing prompts online. And I think I'm gonna take 5 random prompts and then I have to make a story and comic out of that. And it's just gonna be like 1 page of a story, and I thought this would be a really good exercise for me, because if you're new to my channel you won't know this, but I've been making a comic every day for the past year and 2 months so far. The style has been the same throughout the years. I've been working on another comic which was a completely different style, but for this one I thought it would be a cool exercise to see if I could go a completely different way and try and use like watercolors maybe and pencil and different stuff like that. And if I come up with an idea, who knows, maybe I will take it somewhere else in the future. Oh, I wasn't recording. I've got my trusty iPad here, and what I'm gonna do is just pick out images from online and random prompts. The first prompt that I see I'll write down. I tried to look for a prompt generator and I couldn't find one, which was really strange. I thought I could just find like one that would automatically give me 5 prompts, but I guess we'll do it the old-fashioned, well, not really old-fashioned because I'm using an iPad, but another way. So the first one that I've come across is draw someone or something experiencing flight. So I thought I would just, you know, pick and choose kind of my rules here, and I'm gonna put flight down, and my pencil is not working. Next one. Okay, your prompt is a forbidden desire. I'm not sure where this comic is going. You know what? I think sometimes when you put limits and stuff, it can be actually quite useful in creative formats, but forbidden desires? What am I gonna do with that? Okay, here's an Inktober one from 2015. It says kobold. I don't know what that is. So I'm gonna go to the next one, which is dire creature. Random. Okay, Inktober from 2016, and it says cat. I like that one, obviously. So next one, did I do this one? Yeah. Oh, there's a 30-day drawing challenge here. Day 1 yourself. I don't want to put myself in the comic because I've been drawing a comic about myself for the past year and I'm pretty sick of drawing my face, so no. Your fave animal, well, cat, we've already got that. Your fave food. Okay, my fave food. Those are the 5 prompts. Flight, a forbidden desire, dire creature, cat, and my fave food. I don't know why I've done this to myself. I guess we're starting. It's 2 PM now, and I better get going with some ideas. I scribbled down a few ideas. I think it's always best to just try and get whatever is in your head down on the paper, and then whatever comes next can come next, or you can develop that idea, but if you don't get it down on the paper you might forget it, or it might, you know, it might inspire different ideas from just getting them on paper. So I have a plane for the flight, and the forbidden desire, I thought maybe that there could be a mile high kind of situation, as in somebody wants that to happen. Not, I'm not gonna make that my comic, but I'm sorry, the prompts led me to this, okay? I can't just, we need to acknowledge the elephant in the room there. But no, I'm not gonna do that at all. Well, basically what I could do is have this flight where people are just taking like a normal flight. What? They're just flying somewhere, and it's in the universe where there's lots of different animals, and maybe there's this cat guy and he's like, oh great, there's a crocodile on my flight, so it's like a dire creature. And then I thought maybe they could be like fall in love over the course of the flight, going against expectations, and maybe like a little bit of forbidden desire. Messiah in there, huh? And then they could be eating sushi on the flight and stuff. So, I mean, that's a little less of a good prompt in there, but it's still in there, right? So it still counts, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that and try and make it quite cute. I need to work on the character designs. That is the most important thing, I think, here, because the story is a little bit lacking unless I can add another dimension to it. But yeah, characters need to be teak. Something I want to talk about, if you're writing a story or a short story or a comic or anything, if you're thinking that it's a bit bland, then you can add like another dimension to it. So you could mix like two complete opposite ideas. So say your story is about a mermaid, you could be like, okay, well, there's this mermaid, but then what's the polar opposite of seas? Might be space, so that, oh, the mermaid's in space now. So you can do that if you have a character, to add another dimension to them. They're a crocodile and they're from, I don't know, I wanted to say Asia then, but that would be like quite normal in some Asian countries. But it's from the North Pole or something. There you go, that's better. I have a crocodile, but he's like from the North Pole or something weird, and it just adds like another dimension. So I highly suggest that if you're getting a bit stuck on your story or anything that you're working on and you're thinking it's a bit bland, or because I think if you're working on something and you are finding it boring, then your audience will find it boring. That's something I need to think about here. Animals taking a flight, how interesting can that be? I need to add another dimension to this. Okay, I've got 4.5 hours to do it. See you guys now. I'm gonna start on the character design and maybe that will inspire like thumbnail action. I think that we've hit a bit of an up. I was panicking a bit because I couldn't really, I was drawing, you know when you're under pressure and you're like, this is not good, I don't like this. But now I'm really liking this little cat guy, and I figured the style of it a little bit as well is going to be this like loose pencil and then over the top with watercolors. And I was thinking of just using 3 colors to limit the color palette to make it look a bit cool, sort of in the range of those colors. Yeah, and I was thinking what I do is a cat, and then I'll do like a crocodile as the counterpart to this cat. So now I need to come up with a crocodile character. My camera died, so I'm gonna have to catch you guys up on what I've been doing because the clock was a ticking, couldn't stop. I think it pretty much stopped here on my crocodile concept. I was just doing like colors and trying to get the face down. I think I'm having a lot of a tougher time trying to come up with the crocodile character, because I guess I draw cats a lot more than crocodiles. But yeah, I was doing some roughs here of like different faces and I hated them. And then I came up with this guy and I quite like him, and I was imagining him in different scenarios of like little short arms and trying to make him quite cute. I was coming up with the idea that maybe the cat has arrived at the airport and he arrived late because the crocodile stole his taxi. So now everywhere he goes there's a crocodile like one step ahead of him, and I thought that would be the story. I'm gonna try and thumbnail the story out now. And we have 3 hours and 40 minutes left, so we're doing pretty good on schedule. I probably need to design some backgrounds and stuff, but I'm gonna thumbnail out first and then do some backgrounds. I had to let my camera charge a little longer, unfortunately, so you missed out on the thumbnailing part. And it is now 4 o'clock, so I have 3 hours left, but I think I'm pretty much on schedule. I thumbnailed out the little story panel and I've managed to include all of the prompts that I found. I did a background of the kind of style that I want to do this in, and obviously I'm going to be using the pencil, soft series pencil of blue, and then painting over with watercolors. Gonna find another piece of paper to do on like a nice watercolor paper, but I really like the textures that this paper comes up because it's not absorbent. It's quite it's like quite shiny and not absorbent at all, so it leaves some nice textures, which I quite like for this comic anyway. So I've started to panel it out, but I think this will be kind of final page going on, so let's see the process of that. So I finished the final product and I really enjoyed this process, surprisingly. In the beginning, I was really panicking because I thought I couldn't think of anything and I thought my drawings were garbage, but they turned out all right and I really like them. I would definitely do this exercise again. Even though the final product isn't perfect, I think it is a final piece, which is something that is always something to boast about if you have something done and finished. And yeah, it's finished and I really enjoyed doing it and I think I'm gonna do it again, maybe. I really liked using the prompts as well. I thought in the beginning they were gonna really mess me up, but they didn't. They were quite helpful and I managed to kind of squeeze them all in. We have the cat, the flight there with the airplane, the dire creature is the crocodile, the fave food is the sushi, and in the end the cat says, I want to kill him, which is forbidden desire, which is kind of not really the desire that we thought we were going to go with. But yeah, it's the desire that happened. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really means so much to me. And subscribe if you haven't already. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Steph, the average artist. I make comics, I write books, I do graphic design, I do lots of little things, and I like to vlog every week, stuff that I'm doing that week. So if you're interested, stick around. Thanks for watching and bye.